Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I got another story that's coming out of Pitiful, Pennsylvania. So what's going on is that there's a young mother. She's 25 years old. She's a mother of 5 children. She was literally out last night hanging out with the wrong person. Folks online are saying he's a thug. And basically what happened is that somebody did a drive-by on them, and this woman was shot and killed. This story is just sad. I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news clip, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
5 murdered. And police say it was all because she was walking with the wrong man. Tonight we're hearing from people who knew her and the woman who called for help. Channel 11's Renee Kaminsky live at Allegheny County Police Headquarters where the investigation continues right now. Renee.
Just spoke to a detective here at Allegheny County Police Headquarters where they would really like to find that man who was with this young mother last night when she was shot and killed. They believe that he could help them develop some promising leads, but he's been MIA since the murder.
I looked out and nobody was around, but I did see something over there, and I said to myself, is that a body? I says, yeah, and I hurried up and called 911.
We now know the young woman shot and killed on an icy sidewalk in McKeesport was 25-year-old Susan Sidney. According to police, the young mother who was gunned down on McCleary Street on her way to a nearby store was not the intended target. The man who was with her was the target, but police say he took off and hasn't been seen since. Police say Sidney tried to run too, but she couldn't. She'd been shot in the chest.
It's a shame what happened to her, and I hope they catch the person that did it.
Sidney lived in Crawford Village and was the mother of 5 children, the youngest just 2 years old.
She is a very nice woman. Anytime I seen her, she was with her kids or going to work. Very pleasant young lady. I never seen her get in an argument or any trouble with anybody.
The victim's family told us they plan to hold a prayer vigil along McCleary Street at the crime scene tonight at 7 o'clock. Reporting live from Allegheny County Police Headquarters tonight, I'm Renee Kaminsky.
Okay, so you guys just watched the news clip, and from what the police are saying, they're saying that she was not the intended target. She tried to run also. You know, this story has a lot of dynamics, and this is why I say as young women, especially women of color, we have to be careful. We got to put our kids first. This woman was 25 years old with 5 children. So last night, she should have been home with her kids. I just had to put it out there. It's cold outside. There's a polar vortex. To me, personally, she should have been home with her kids. And this is why we can't hang with any guy out there. You got a lot of guys out here who do dirt, who have enemies out here. You have people, who will see somebody and they will pop off right on sight. And this guy was so much of a bad friend to her that he left her there to die in the snow. It was somebody else who called 911. He didn't even have the decency after he ran off to call the police and see about her, to call the ambulance for her. He just ran off, and no one has seen this man till this day. I mean, this whole situation is just tragic. Now, you got a young mother out here who's lost her life. You have 5 kids out here who don't have a mother. Hopefully the father or the fathers will step up and take care of these kids. But now these kids are without a parent. This whole situation is sad, and that's why I say we have to make a better choice in guys that we hang with and who we call our friends. Everybody's not your friend. This man was her supposed friend, somebody she was comfortable enough to walk around with and hang with, but when shit went down, he ran his way and he took off. That whole situation is just dirty and foul. For the fact that he couldn't even call the police or call the ambulance or to, show up and see about her and see if she's okay. It just goes to show you how much folks just don't care anymore. This whole situation is just tragic. We have to start making better decisions. We have to be aware of our situations and our surroundings at all times. This is no different from that case that happened in Chicago, with that young teen that was out there with her baby's father doing dirt, and she ended up getting killed in the process. Nothing glamorous or fun about the thug life. If your homeboy, your friends has all types of enemies and beef and people looking to kill him, don't hang with that person. There's just certain people you just got to stay away from. And maybe she didn't know that he had all types of enemies. But I think for the most part, who's on something and who's not on something. And that's why I say we have to make better decisions. It makes no sense to roll with somebody who's not on their shit, who has a bunch of enemies, who's out here doing a bunch of dirt, because their dirt and their drama can sometimes come back to befall you. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation. All right, deuces.